in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WALK5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WALK5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code WALK5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank.
Hi, this is DJ Paul G.
And this is DJ 06. And we are the Gospel Blend Brothers. Join us every Friday
from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. for
the Drive Time Gospel Mix.
As we get you to and from your destination.
Vibing on good gospel music.
In the mix.
On WIDU 99.7 FM and 1600 AM. The Drive Time Gospel Mix.
Hey, you looking for your next car? Start at Bryan Honda, 4104 Rayford Road in Fayetteville. At Bryan Honda, we make buying a car simple, stress-free, and affordable. Whether you're searching for a brand new Honda or a quality pre-owned vehicle, we've got a huge selection to fit every lifestyle and every budget. From fuel-efficient Civics and Accords to family-friendly CRVs and Pilots, Bryan Honda has the perfect vehicle waiting for you, and with our friendly, knowledgeable sales team, you'll never feel pressured. Need financing? No problem. Bryan Honda works with multiple lenders to get you approved fast with competitive rates that make sense for you. Plus, our certified service department is here long after the sale, keeping your Honda running strong for years to come. Drive smarter, drive happier, and drive home today from Bryan Honda, 4104 Rayford Road in Fayetteville, or you can visit online, bryanhonda.com. Your road starts here. Nobody beats a Bryan Honda deal. Not now, not ever.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show on the Widu Radio Network, WIDU 1600 AM and 99.7 FM. We're glad you're with us. Sit back and stay tuned and enjoy today's program. And here's your host for today.
And good morning to each and every one of you out there in Radio Land. If you joined us Facebook Live, you're back to another Friday, and we have Jay and DL on the line. And, you know, we generally have interesting conversations, and hope that you'll stay dialed in with us. And matter of fact, you can comment on Facebook if you choose to. Anyway, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Doing great.
Excellent.
Great. It's Friday.
This is true. So how you like that jazzy opening by our producer there, Tammy Quick, man? How you like that?
Very impressed. I'll tell you, I didn't know who we hired to do it, but I am glad it's Tammy.
Yeah, she's good, bro. She's good. Anyway, though, so look, before we go into our conversation, I look, so we got this, inside of this football thing. Matter of fact, we got to get this football pool thing rolling, too, guys. Anyone that's listening, I want to have the information to you as soon as possible. If you don't, call the station, ask for me, and we want as many people involved in this as possible. Last year, we had about 30 people playing. So the game last night, the Hall of Fame game, was between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. Of course, the Panthers won on a last-minute run there by the quarterback. And inside of that thread, Coach Briggs said, "We're going to the Super Bowl." Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, right. Go to the Super Bowl. I mean, anything's possible, but I don't think that's possible.
And I think, again, I did not watch it. I saw some of the highlights, but none of the starters played.
Right.
Young
That's
was
how
not
that
in.
works.
There's a lot of right.
But you don't want to get people hurt in a game that don't mean anything. Right.
Yeah, we don't care about the second and third string. Let them get hurt, but not the first string.
Well, we really don't want anyone to get hurt, Jay. But
Okay. There you go.
Let's look at it like that, okay? Anyway, Jay, we'll lead off with you guys. What's going on?
Oh boy, a lot is going on. I think I'm trying to think if I wanted to start talking about Fauci and the pleading fifth, but there was something more I wanted to talk about. What was the other issue I really wanted to hit?
You want to talk about
go.
your colleagues that are the socialist communists and all of them. That's what you want to talk about. Can you tell me, how did that last meeting go when you met with them? The Democratic Socialists of America. How often do you guys meet? Because I know y'all have a big chapter up there in the triangle.
Yeah, you'll be invited to the next meeting. There was no meeting, but I do want to talk about that. So in Michigan, there was a lot of focus was Michigan because you had two candidates running for, is it Congress or Senate? Senate. And the issue is you had a person by the last name of El Sayed, who is a Democrat socialist, and then you had, I think it's Stevens, who is a moderate Democrat. Well, I think there were a lot of people I was reading initially that thought that Sayed was going to win by up to 10 points. He was leading in some of the polls by 14% in some of the early polls. Well, let's fast forward to the night, and it became very close. Sayed won by 1%. It was 47, 48, or 46, 47%, whatever it was. Here's the issue. As someone who is a Democrat, and I'm more of a moderate Democrat, I was very concerned about this race for two reasons. One is this could be an issue with other races throughout the country, and I think that having someone like a Sayed win could potentially hurt the Democrats for the midterms, and I'll tell you why. Some of the Democrat socialists, you have some that really are very much on the fringe, that believe there shouldn't be a Senate, there shouldn't be police, there shouldn't be jails. It's really wacky thinking. That's not what Sayed believes. And even the defund police, he's not there. If you really listen to him, he is more of just a socialist, not one of these whack jobs that we've heard. Unfortunately, what is going to happen is other Democrats are going to be tagged with this a socialist tag, and they're going to think they're the very, very far left, the fringe. And that is really not the case. The problem is a lot of them are going to be tagged like that, and it's going to be problems for the Democrats moving forward because, unfortunately, that far left fringe is not where most Democrats stand. It's a very small percentage. There are a lot of socialists, but not the fringe Democratic socialists. So I think people need to understand that. I do worry, though, about the Democrats as a whole being tagged with that fringe label, and that's not going to be good for the party. I'm not very happy about it. One last thing, what you will see in these upcoming races is Israel and AIPAC. AIPAC is the PAC that's very supportive of Israel. They pumped in about $30 million into Haley Stevens' campaign. She got, I think, a total of $60 million, and Sayed had $2 million. It's 30-1 in campaign money. AIPAC is really trying to push Israel. Israel is going to be the downfall of many of these candidates as well. If you support AIPAC, you support Israel, you lose. And that's going to also be a problem. So Anyway, that's my 2 cents. The far left fringe on the socialist, big problem. It will hurt the Democrats in the upcoming race.
Sure, and just for people listening, Jay is Jewish, but you're not a practicing Jew, correct?
I'm not, and thank you for saying that. No, that is correct. I practice a lot of things, but I don't practice being a Jew.
Right, but you are Jewish. Right.
I am Jewish.
Right.
But let me just say this one other thing that's really important. The whole thing with Israel right now, people are very upset with the policy and the government of Netanyahu. That doesn't mean people don't like Jewish people. Unfortunately, it's bleeding into that, and it's causing a lot of anti-Semitism. People aren't able to differentiate being against Israel's policies and government and not wanting dollars to go to Israel. I am that person. I am against the policies, the government, and money going to Israel for military. But I'm still proud of who I am. You've got to be able to differentiate the two, and a lot of people can't.
Well, let me ask you a question, though, guy. This has been a Jewish guy. Israel is the most attacked nation in the world. I'm just giving you facts. I mean, so you don't think that somebody needs to try to help them? I mean, my God. I mean, these people have committed themselves.
Why are we helping other countries?
Say what now?
We should be. My only issue is I think we should help them, but let them pay for their military assistance. I think it's about $3 or $4 billion a year we give them. Why don't they pay for it themselves?
Well, who else is paying for it? I mean, Jay, even NATO, until we got to this president, we're paying for the people in Europe. And matter of fact, have been paying for them since the World War II, before you and I were born. We've been taking care of them, their security. We're paying for it, Jay. Are you complaining about that? That was a question.
Well, I don't know the percentage. I think we pay a lot more to one country, being Israel, than other countries, and I'll look into that. You know, my issue is it's the policy of Israel. It is they have, listen, 100,000 people have died since October 7th. Okay, yes, we're against Hamas. Hamas is a terrorist organization, but 80,000 of those 100,000 were innocent people. You know, he has run a country into the ground, and the way that Netanyahu runs the country, he has caused so many people to push against Israel. It's not been like this with other Israeli prime ministers.
So you're told.
Netanyahu it is.
Now,
He is a racist. It is a apartheid state. These people have the right to live. 2 million people are without homes, and 80 or 100,000 are dead. It's outrageous. It's been like this for years, and it's even worse under Netanyahu. That's not what I've been told. Those are the facts.
I don't agree with all that, but again,
We might not agree with it, but those are the facts. It is an apartheid
No,
state.
but my point is that I'm
People
not.
don't have the right to their water, to security. Come on, these people are treated like crap.
Hold it. I'm not embracing that as all being facts.
Okay, go on.
Because you have a biased media. I'm not saying that's facts. I haven't been over there. Have you been over there?
Okay.
That was a question.
I have not. My daughter has been there.
Okay, your daughter's been there. Okay, all right.
Yes, I have not.
Okay, all right. But I don't think she was traveling in those war zones, was she? Was she traveling in those war zones?
She was not. Not that I know of.
Right. So that's what I'm saying is that. But
that's true.
We have to be careful what we're being fed, because when people are anti something, Jay, they position it to be a particular way. Some of the deaths and things that they're saying, the numbers, the other people are saying they're inaccurate. And I can believe that they might be because of the bias.
I think that Israel's IAD, which is their military, there have been case after case where they've proven that what they have, information they provide to the media has been lies. The 180 girls that were murdered, I think on the first day of the war, the U.S. still has not taken responsibility for that. And there's been proof that we did. So there's lies everywhere.
Well,
Okay?
I guess my question to you is this, though.
Yeah.
Are you denying that these people are killing these people, that they're strapping bombs on little children and sending them in the malls?
No, I'm not denying it.
And, you know what I'm saying? It just, I mean, and that they are committed to killing a Jewish person just because they're Jewish? I mean, you don't have to do anything. Just show up and be Jewish. Matter of fact, if you went over there...
100% right.
And
100% right.
And they said, Jay is a Jew, kill him. I mean, no trial, no anything. That's the mindset of that region.
You're absolutely right. Hamas is evil. They are bad, and Israel has the right to defend itself. However, is an arm for an arm, or an arm for an arm, eye for an eye is one thing. But when Israel continues to kill innocent people, and there have been so many cases where they've just killed innocent children.
So
you're
told.
I know innocent people die in war. Enough is enough already. Enough is enough.
Right, but so you're told, Jay. I'm just saying to you that I'm not sure all that's true. But,
no, you're right.
But I'm saying, but if they tell you that they get you to align yourself against them, and I'm told that that's a lot of that's not true. They're just feeding that type of propaganda in order to get support for them for what they're doing. I mean, so now I haven't heard you. I mean, you're a good guy. You're Jewish, but I haven't heard you say one statement about how many Israelis they are killing. Do you even know? I'm sure you care.
I don't know, but
But that's my point.
I do care.
But look, so just ask yourself that question: how come I know one side of the equation, and I know nothing about the other side of the equation? I mean, does that make sense to you?
Let me just say this: when I look at the media, you talk about the mainstream media or the legacy media. I always look at multiple sources. I don't look at just one. Usually I'll look at 3 or 4 sources
like
to
who?
make a decision.
Like who?
I'll tell you. I look at AP, I look at BBC, I look at CNN, sometimes I look at MS Now, and there's usually one more on my phone. That's how I'm checking. And usually if they're pretty much in agreement, I'm okay. I get Fox's feed too, and sometimes it's an agreement. But I'll be honest with you, a lot of stuff on Fox, I don't believe in the evening. In the daytime, their news people are honest. So you have to really do your due diligence. Listen, I'm not anti. It's important I say it. I am anti the Israeli government. I am not anti the people of Israel. They're good people there. And I'm anti-Hamas, but I'm not anti the Palestinian people. All I believe is Hamas is evil. They need to go. Israel needs to defend itself. But I really do believe, from what I read, is this government has really committed genocide. And that's what I believe based on what I'm reading. Am I wrong? It's possible. I don't think I am.
Okay, all right. Dio?
Yeah. So y'all all over the place. Well, I want to stick back to what we started about, how this is going to affect voting. And the gentleman that won in Michigan, the other night, it's funny how we want to make Muslims be the boogeyman. And our president took a plane from Qatar. So, that just goes to show you we're in election season. Now, he's saying some disparaging things to the president about the Muslim candidate out of Michigan that won the other night. I will say this. There's parts of the Democrat Party that are leaning what they call themselves socialists, and that's fine. We'll see on election day, but what it's going to boil down to is your pocketbook. Folks who have to spend gas. That's what folks are going to look at. Now, it's going to be some that no matter how they feel about their finances, they're still going to vote red because they hate to admit that they were wrong. But it's going to be folks that have you like myself, when they go to vote, unaffiliated voters who are going to make a difference when it comes to the midterms and in 2 years for the White House. So that's what I like to stick on those facts. But one thing that was strange is the candidate that Barack Obama and the mayor, not the mayor, but the governor, Whitner, whatever her name is, Jay, what's her name?
Whitmer.
They endorsed the female candidate, and she lost. So
all of the moderates from Schumer and on, they all endorsed her, and she lost. Absolutely, it was closer than they thought. But yeah, you're right. You said something really important, DL, and I think it's really the most important fact of this entire upcoming election. It's not about the Democrats and the Republicans. It's going to be about the unaffiliated or independent voters. That's really going to make the difference. And you said something that was really smart, which I did not say. But it is about the pocketbook. It is about those pocketbook issues. Unfortunately, with a Muslim candidate like Syed, the Republicans will turn him into a terrorist. They will make him, because I've already heard commercials. I've already heard Mike Turner, whatever the guy that's running in Michigan, already make like terrorist comments about Syed, crazy comments. So that's what it's going to be about. Let's be real. It's about winning, and they're going to turn him into a Muslim terrorist.
Yeah, but Jay, here's the thing about the Michigan. He's only being voted. His candidacy is only being voted by people from the state of Michigan.
True.
Now, here's the thing. It's going to be hard for him to win Michigan. I'm not. Listen, voters, if they want to consider themselves intelligent, they're going to make a decision based on what's going on now. They know the little scare tactics and whatnot. And, I would just dismiss those as the fact that we're taking Qatar was once a state sponsor of terrorism. So we're taking airplanes for our president to put in his museum once he leaves the office. We're not that scared of Muslims. But let's just stick with the issues with the economy, the price of gas, the price of eggs. Most rational folks will vote based on are they better off than they were 2 years ago, and then they'll do the same thing in 4 years. But then you're going to have ones that are hardcore Democrats or hardcore Republicans. They're going to vote for their candidate no matter what.
Yeah, but I mean, DL.
James Carville said it's the economy's stupid.
Yeah,
that's what Carville said, and that's right. Yeah,
but I'm saying this. Listen, guys. See, I'm listening to DL. What he says doesn't make sense to me. Kuwait, Qatar, whatever. Everybody over there don't think the same way. I mean, Kuwait that's a Muslim country too. But however, they are an ally of the United States of America. I mean, when we were in the war with Iraq and all those places over there, that's where we had our bases were there. So you can't just say that. Oh, well, the president took a plane from Qatar. Oh, that all ain't bad. But look, that don't even make sense to even say that.
Okay,
but
well,
I'm saying,
hold on, Troy.
I know, but I'm responding to you. Hold on, let me finish. And I'm saying is that
it doesn't make sense.
No, but I'm saying no. It makes sense to you, but it doesn't make sense, I think, to people like me, because what you're saying is that one Muslim is like all the Muslims. I mean, no, that's a broad brush. No, it's not like that. That's just like saying all black people are the same. I mean, but my thing is that, but I'm saying is that it's not like that. So, hopping on that plane wasn't given to Bush, it's given to the United States of America. I mean, that's what, he's not going to take that plane when he leaves and he's no longer be president, and it to be his personal plane. I'm saying is that.
He's taking the plane to his library.
Hold it. No, but see, this is what you guys do. You talk about listening to the media, which you do, but, there's a whole lot of different sources. These folk hate the right. They hate conservatives, and everything they say is going to be built in such a way. But anyway, I got a break coming up. We're going to take a break, come back, and
We got to finish this.
I know. Look, we can finish this, but my thing is that when you talk, I'm listening, and when I talk, I want you to listen. Okay? So I mean, let's not talk over each other. What I'm saying is that we're going to go to a break. We'll come back, and I want to finish what I'm saying, and then we can have a discussion about it. But you know, I know better than that, man. Come on. I mean, gee whiz. Really? We're going to a break. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Mitch Colvin, president of Colvin Funeral Home and Crematory. For over 50 years, our family has provided professional services with dignity, compassion, and respect with families during a time of need. We realize funeral services are as unique as those we're honoring. We offer a variety of affordable, quality services tailored to meet each family's needs, specializing in burial and cremation services. Proudly servicing Cumberland, Robeson, Hope, Harnett, Bladen, and surrounding counties from 2 locations, 2010 Murchison Road, Fayetteville, 1904 Elizabethtown Road, Lumberton. For more information, visit our website, www.hmcolvin.com.
Ladies, it's your time to shine. Join Faith Tabernacle Christian Center for a weekend of ministry, fellowship, and fun during our Sisters Retreat 2026 in Myrtle Beach, October 2nd through 4th, hosted by Pastor Denise Goings. This wonderful retreat will take place in Myrtle Beach and will include transportation by a chartered coach to and from Myrtle Beach, 2-night stay at a luxurious oceanfront property, 2 meals, several life-changing seminars and workshops throughout the weekend by Pastor Denise Goings and others, t-shirts, door prizes, and much more. All this for the early bird rate of just $300 per person. In a double bedroom with a 2 or 3 bedroom condo, a deposit of at least $75 is needed to register. Registration is open until September 20th, but space is limited. So go online and register now. Don't miss this opportunity to get away and fellowship during this life-changing weekend for ladies only. To register, call 910-865-5252 or visit us online at ftccenter.org.
Are you looking for an opportunity to serve the community? Become a part of the decision-making in the City of Fayetteville government and apply to fill an upcoming vacancy on our boards and commissions. You can apply now through July 31st by visiting fayetteville.nc.gov/boards. Click on the red apply button found in the middle of the page. Boards and commissions are a great way for residents to engage in their community and help build a greater Fayetteville.
The U.S. Justice Department Civil Rights Division announced they've had an investigation into Duke Law's admission processes and found the school was giving preferential treatment to certain students based on race. A Senate committee voting along party lines told Dr. Anthony Fauci in contempt of Congress over his refusal to answer questions at a hearing on his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney says trade negotiations with the United States have turned nasty. This after President Trump derided America's neighbor and its leadership while threatening to expand tariffs. Chapel Hill, Concord, Mooresville, and Cary all earned spots in Smart Asset's top 75 list of the safest mid-sized cities in America for 2026. Undrafted rookie quarterback Haynes King ran in from the 5 on the final play of the game, leading the Carolina Panthers to a 33-30 win over the Arizona Cardinals in the Hall of Fame game. Tony Rixpate, NCN News.
I'm Jamie Monticelli, WIDU Radio News. The Cumberland County Board of Elections will remain open today. The Board of Elections office will be open from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. to help voters and candidates filing for the Cumberland County Board of Education. The Cumberland County Animal Services team now offers a $25 adoption deposit for cats, dogs, kittens, and puppies who have finished their stray hold and are waiting for their spay or neuter surgery. Meet the pet, place a deposit, and they'll hold them until the procedure is complete. For more information, go to cumberlandcountync.gov/animals. The city of Fayetteville hosted the 2026 Service Awards and Excellence in Action ceremony, recognizing employees whose dedication and commitment make a difference every day. They are especially proud to celebrate the men and women of the Fayetteville Police Department whose years of service, professionalism, and unwavering commitment have helped to shape the department into what it is today. From WIDU Radio, I'm Jamie Monticelli.
Good Friday morning. We start your day with partly cloudy skies and temperatures in the low 70s. We'll see plenty of sunshine throughout the day with highs reaching to the low 90s. Some brief showers can't be ruled out. Then overnight into Saturday morning, we'll keep partly cloudy skies, and temperatures by Saturday morning will drop to the low 70s. We'll have plenty of sunshine throughout the day on Saturday with just a few showers and storms. Highs reach to around 90. I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the NCN Weather Center.
If you have been injured in a motor vehicle collision, you should understand that the insurance company is not on your side. It is the adjuster's job to get by with paying you as little as possible. Call personal injury trial lawyer Brent Adams now for a free no-obligation consultation. Call now, 910-888-8888. Don't hesitate. Call 8. At Brent Adams & Associates, we make things right.
Hey, Cumberland County, you're invited to Coffee with the Commissioners, a chance to ask questions, share ideas, and learn more about Cumberland County government. Stop by on August 4th from 6 to 7 p.m. at Bethany Rural Fire Department, or August 19th from 8 to 9 a.m. at the Hope Mills Public Safety Center. Learn more at cumberlandcountync.gov or follow CCNC.gov on social media.
It's Jeff Thompson, your bloomin' idiot from Bell's Seed Store, directly across the street from the courthouse in wonderful downtown Fayetteville. You know, I know there's a lot of vegetable gardeners out there, and if you're looking for someplace to find the perfect vegetables to put in your garden, I've got every one you could possibly want. I've got all of your late winter vegetables. I've got your summer vegetables, squash, tomatoes, cucumbers, broccoli, lettuce, cabbage. I've got probably 30 different types of herbs. I've got tons of different varieties of pepper plants. Any kind of vegetable you want to grow, if you can't find it at Bell's Seed Store, there's seriously something wrong. And then if you want to get flowers for your yard, Lord, I've got more color going all over the place for all the flowers, for all the vegetables, for your trees, your shrubs, anything you want to plant in your lawn and garden, you need to come check us out. It's right across the street from the courthouse, 230 East Russell Street in downtown Fayetteville at Bell's Seed Store, your hometown lawn and garden center since 1919.
With an area of high pressure to our east, we'll keep a southerly flow, keeping things warm and humid across the area. We'll continue to heat up through this weekend, and we'll have small chances for showers and storms through next week. We're partly cloudy this morning with temperatures starting in the low 70s. We'll stay mostly sunny through this afternoon, and highs will reach to around 90. Some brief showers and storms are possible. We'll drop to the low 70s by Saturday morning. I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the NCN Weather Center.
And morning, we're back now inside the morning show. It's 38 minutes and 15 seconds, guys. I only need about 90 seconds to say what I need to say. Here's the deal right here. There's no such thing out there right now as a moderate Democrat. Let's be honest. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You got the extreme, and then you got the ultra extreme. Jay, you've said on this broadcast, I'm quoting you now, the Democrats just need to get mean. I'm quoting you, and I'm telling you, they really are. That's how they operate. Now, mind you, when you got mainstream people saying that they wish the president was dead, they wish that he had gotten killed. I'm talking about people that go to church, that claim to love the Lord Jesus, that have a commandment in the scriptures to love everybody. And they're saying that I wish he was dead. When Lindsey Graham dies, who was not a far-right guy, and you got people celebrating his death. I'm just saying, but these
I think that's outrageous. I think that's despicable.
I know, but Jay, here's my point.
I am in. Yeah, go on.
I know, but here's my point. These are middle of the road people. Now, mind you, say something about the LGBTQ, and the first thing out their mouth, you're supposed to love everybody. Well, who is everybody? My thing is that is Trump everybody? Is Troy everybody? I mean, are all the Republicans everybody? No. I'm telling you, I'm talking about these are people now, what's scary about this to me, these are people that go to church. They'll be in church 2 days from now, praising the Lord. And they can allow to come out of their mouth that they believe somebody deserves to die. I mean, how can you get it? Now, last thing about the Muslims. Man, there are many sects of Muslims, even that right here in Fayetteville. That's what they are. I mean, you can't say one Muslim is indicative of all the Muslims. You can't. I mean, if you believe that, then you're really uninformed. I'm finished.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
Jay, you gotta let me chime in here.
Oh yes, please. I'm gonna zip up and let you go, DL.
Okay, Troy, you proved my point. So I knew this. I was in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait back to the first Desert Storm. So you proved my point, Troy. So they're running the attack ads on Saeed as if he was a terrorist. You're proving my point. Of course I know all Muslims are not the same. So that's all I needed to say on that. Thank you for proving my point, because that's what the far-right Republicans and those political packs are going to run. And then the candidate that's running, the Republican candidate that's running against Saeed is going to, oh, that's not me, that's not me. Come on, that's how it goes. But one last thing, we didn't talk about the Michigan. Cori Bush, who was black female, lost her, she wanted to get re-election to her seat that she lost to, what's the guy named out of Michigan?
Missouri.
Wesley Bell. Missouri. Wesley Bell, he beat her again. He beat her 2 years ago. And he kept his seat by defeating her, and she's considered one of the a Democrat. She labels herself as a socialist, so she didn't win in Missouri. So that's all I needed to say on the Michigan representative running.
You were talking about the plane, though, in Qatar, though. That's what we left off on,
that's, for me, I already know the facts on that, so I don't need to come back with that. I know he's keeping it after he leaves office.
Okay. Troy?
No, I'm back to you, Jay.
Okay. Well, I mean, one point, I'm going to give you a point on this, Troy. Two things I wanted to say. First of all, there are moderate Democrats. I don't want to be, it's just like Republicans. You have MAGA Republicans, and then you have other Republicans. I have always respected the Republican Party. I don't have an issue with the Republicans. I have an issue with hate being spewed by a small group, or not such a small group, of Republicans where there's a lot of lies and conspiracy theories. That's where I have an issue with MAGA. It's not Republicans, because I don't look at MAGA as Republican. I look at that way of thinking, and the things that they say, a lot of it is unfounded. Number two, as a moderate Democrat, I don't believe in defund the police. I don't believe in many of the things, no Senate, no jails. I'm very much pro-police, and I'm pro-public safety. And I do believe in social programs, but maybe we have to look at some of these entitlement programs and actually do an assessment before we just dump in billions and billions and billions of dollars. So I'm not wanting to give away everything. So I think it's important to know there's different buckets in the Democratic Party, like there are different buckets in the Republican Party. I just saw on the news 2 seconds ago, Lisa Murkowski, senator out of Alaska, is now not going to back Todd Blanche. So he may not move forward. There's some Republicans that are conservative, very far to the right. Others are more moderate. I just think you can't lump everyone together. And I think that's important. I don't want to be lumped in with the Democratic Socialists because I am not a socialist. I am definitely a capitalist, but have some socialist views, if that's fair to say.
Sure.
I am a capitalist. I believe in making money.
Well, good. Well, look, my question to you is that...
I don't want to penalize every billionaire.
I got you. Well, look, my question to you is that you said conspiracy theory. What conspiracy theory are you referring to?
I'll just give the two of them right away. Biden, they will not answer that Biden was the one in 2020. They go around that thing. That's a conspiracy, and that is a very big conspiracy in the Republican Party with congressmen and senators. I'm not talking just with everyday people. I'm talking about with elected officials. And then number two, it's everything about election fraud. Troy, you and I are on the same page. There is fraud out there. There's no question. They will, every day or once a week you'll hear 900 ballots here were fraudulent or 300 there.
but every single lawsuit and every major expert, even on the far right, I can't remember the organization says, the Heritage Foundation says it's 0.0001% voter fraud. But the Republican Party, and this is what I'm saying, you asked me for two instances, is stating that there is a big problem with voter fraud because of mail-in ballots and other stuff. It's not true.
Well,
I'll leave it at that.
Let me ask you a question. Let's go to something local, because this is going to make my point. Okay, so when you have Dave Bullock out here doing what he's doing, do you believe that, because, you've been a government official, don't all of these cities have to go through an audit? That's a yes or no question.
Absolutely.
Right. So how did they pass? No, Jay. How did they pass an audit? Okay. How did Cary pass an audit? How did Hope Mills pass an audit? How did A&T pass an audit? How did all these places that had all these problems pass an audit and have those problems?
It's a great question. I mean, I would answer it this way. Most of the top 10 cities, most of them have an internal audit department as well. So they have an internal auditor, and then once a year they usually hire an outside audit company, accounting agency to do their audit. To answer your question, I'm not really sure.
Well, you see, but Jay,
I'm not sure.
The voting stuff is listen. I'm trying to make sense to you. The voting stuff,
I'm listening, brother.
The voting stuff is the same way, because people are relying on an audit. Because the audit said there was no fraud or no voter stuff, doesn't mean that it didn't happen. You see what I'm saying? Because I believe that it did. I'm honest. You can call me one of those conspiracy theorists too. I've been watching these hearings. If you watch these hearings, because you can see these hearings on TV. In other words, just like, you can zoom in on these particular areas, like what's going on in Michigan and Georgia and Arizona, these places, they have their local and state elections boards. I believe a lot of stuff did happen, but it's the same thing with Dave Bullock. Look, you are relying on an audit. That's what Heritage Foundation is relying on, an audit, because they said it was okay. That's what you're relying on. Now understand, you will never find fraud if you're relying on an audit. And that's what is going on even in the state of North Carolina. So if you don't have a whistleblower to tell somebody this is where the dead body is right here, nobody will ever get caught. Because the auditors, I tell you what, it was one, he's deceased now, but I won't mention his name, but he was a city councilman. He said, Troy, and he was talking about Fayetteville being audited. He said, it's no way that we have a perfect audit every year. How you going to tell me that we have a perfect audit every year? As a matter of fact, he was saying this when you were there. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, and he's right. How can you find nothing wrong with all of those human beings involved in that side of that situation? I just, that's almost literally impossible, Jay. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sometimes there will be minor findings in an audit. I'm not going to totally disagree, but I want to get back to, I don't believe, I'm just saying, I think the point I made was I don't believe there is massive voter fraud in this country. I do believe there's no question Joe Biden was elected president in 2020, and I stand by that. If you have 30% of one party still saying that Joe Biden was not president and Donald Trump was, that's a problem to me. And what that does is it exacerbates the issue with people about voter fraud. And then some people are going to say, you know what? I believe it's true. I'm not going to vote. It discourages people from voting. It makes people think that the system is totally fraudulent when there are bits and pieces maybe of fraud, but it's still, I believe, a fair and honorable system. DL, would you chime in on this, please?
Jay, let me moderate now, okay? Go ahead, Jay.
Okay, yeah, you can moderate, Troy.
Right.
I just need someone else to speak on this other than the two of us.
I mean, look, I can moderate. I've never left the DL out of anything. I mean, he knows he's going to chime in.
Well, since it seems like we're going to be stuck with this subject for the rest of the show, I look at it like this when it comes to alleged voter fraud. Charge somebody then. Of course, we're going to have people commit crimes. I don't know if it's tilted an election, but I tell you, in 2020, what was our last election cycle? 2024, Republicans look good on the state level. They didn't win the governor's seat, but our governor has no power in North Carolina anyway. They won the U.S. Senate, and they won the Congress and the White House. So I think people, maybe one or two people might commit voter fraud, then charge them. Here's my thing. I'm not going to go in the weeds on this. It's easy for me. Charge somebody, then I'll believe it. Until you charge somebody, I don't want to hear nothing about voter fraud.
Well,
because it's not tilted an election.
I believe that somebody is going to get charged before this is over with, because documents that were sealed have been declassified. I believe some people will get charged. But here's the thing right here. I'm going to go back to 2016 when Donald Trump won that. Now, all you do is, Jay, is just go look it up for yourself. You can go on YouTube and see what all the Democrats said, that it was Russian interference is the reason why he won. Now, either you don't remember that, but if you don't remember that, go look
I remember. You're correct.
I'm saying, but these were not. I'm talking about Hillary Clinton, all the way down. Talking about the Schumers of the world, all of them. They did that. But my thing is that how was that, Jay? I'm saying is that,
and she did call Trump that night and said, "Hey, congratulations." She did.
But she turned around.
She didn't deny it.
But no, she did. She did deny it. See, that's what I'm talking about. Jay, I'm gonna send that to you, and when you see it and you see that was her, I want you to come back on the air and say I erred. She did say it was Russian influence. Influence is the reason why she lost. She said that. That's the thing that gets me about you guys. You know, you want to selective hear and watch what you want to watch. I'm saying there's a big picture here. I mean, if you're going to talk about one side doing something and excuse the other side that's doing the same thing. The same thing.
There were a lot of people. You're right. There were a lot of people on the left that said, "Oh, this is she had to have won it. The election, it's fraudulent." But my point was, I said I was not happy about the results, but I said he's still the president. And many Democrats did the same thing. But Hillary did concede that same night. Yeah,
but I'm telling you, look, Jay, go beyond the night. She said that night.
Okay, I will.
But I'm
that.
saying, but look, I mean, look, don't take my word for it, but go look, okay? Because you're wrong. I'm just telling you, you're wrong.
I'll look.
You're wrong. And I'm saying, now, this is what people did do, and they're doing it right now. Former Vice President Harris and others are saying, and they said it during 2016, which amazed me. Oh, we need to do away with the Electoral College. Why? Because you lost. So you want to change the rules. Okay, you lost. Okay, now, and it needs to be a popular vote. That's how we need to decide our presidents from now on. Did you not hear that? Did you hear that?
I 100% I heard that. And also they wanted to add seats to the Supreme Court.
And that's what they want to do right now. But understand something now. Right. Study your history. Study your history. Franklin Delano Roosevelt tried to do the same thing. Now, I'm just telling people to follow history and can read, because I know a lot of people don't read nowadays, but still, go look for yourself. FDR tried to stack the Supreme Court the same way. We don't need to change the court. They want to change the court because they can't get the outcomes that they want. I mean, obviously you can see that, can't you? Can you see that?
I can see that. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I know it's a different, but do you think, I know we're getting off topic here, but with the Supreme Court, would you agree that maybe not have lifetime, where they serve for a lifetime, and maybe make it 8 or 10 years?
We've been doing it for 250. We've been doing it for 250 years as of July 4th, and I don't see the reason to change anything. I think the thing is that folk want to change stuff because they can't have the outcomes that they want. Okay.
That's part of it. That's part of it.
So I'm playing chess with you, and I'm using some moves that you don't like, and what you want to do is you want to make those moves illegal. Now, I'm just saying is that no, neither side should be able to do that. That's the way it works. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about. I mean, if people operate within the structure that we have, look, this is not a perfect world we live in America. Everybody can agree on that, right? But
100%.
But look, why is everybody trying to come here? Why?
You're absolutely. You know, it's funny. I had I Uber a lot, Troy, and for some reason I have gotten folks from Ghana and I can't remember the other country just in the last week. And the one thing they say is, this is the land of opportunity. This is why they come here. Yeah, they got a lot of problems in their country. We got problems here. But people, you're right, want to come to the U.S. This is where there's opportunity, unlike a lot of other countries. So I agree with you 100%.
But this is something that DL and I talk about a lot. DL, you know there's a victim's mentality here. Am I right about it?
Yeah, and I stay away from folks like us. I don't even want to be around you. I had some interesting conversation with a colleague last week. I was just dumbfounded about some statements because he's very smarter than I am and whatnot, and it just surprised me. This country is, as far as the way we treat each other, it's terrible. It is terrible, and I'll get to my topic next week because I enjoyed you two guys debating today. But I always say we're victors and not victims now. That doesn't mean this country has not done some folks wrong, but I always go back to my great-grandparents, my grandfather. I came up, they never complained, and I ain't got no reason to complain. I wasn't alive when Black Wall Street, the race riots, and what they did in Rosewood, Florida. I understand it's part of history. I've studied it, but it ain't going to have no effect on me, and it didn't have no effect on me. I'm retired, and I won't let the young men that I raised use an excuse for why they're not where they need to be or where they think they should be.
Right.
But do you think it plays some part, DL? I mean, doesn't it play some part in where people are?
Well,
come on. You think generational wealth, which I had I was a part of, you were not a part of that maybe. That's a problem.
Yeah, but you can only control a person that was born in the 90s can only control. They can't help. No, I wasn't born in a generational wealth, but I knew what I needed to do to make a reasonable living for myself. I didn't need nobody telling me I was a victim. That's my problem. They need help. College, the military, do whatever you need to do. But that's my point, Jay. Black Wall Street, that happened years ago. We know we didn't get generational wealth, but that's still not a reason to sit around and think that I'm a victim. I can't get ahead and blame Whitey because the white person had generational wealth. That ain't, I don't subscribe to that, and I don't hang around people that subscribe to that.
Well, I'm going to say this right here quick, guys. We got a minute and a half left. Jay, understand this. Did you know, have you ever watched the movie Hidden Figures about the 3 black women that work for NASA?
Oh, my God. The female engineers, the black engineers.
Right, but check this out. Check this out. Now, there was racism, of course, but the whole thing about the bathrooms and all that, do you know the director decided to put that in there? That never happened. That's a fact.
Oh, were they? Okay.
He made that up.
That made it
Hollywood made that up.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
But I'm saying, ask yourself, why would Hollywood want to pump that kind of thing into people's minds that these women were treated like that? Now, they weren't treated completely fairly, but they were not treated like that. Why would Hollywood want to do that, Jay?
Hollywood, it's very left.
Yeah, because they want to pump
a lot of these issues in movies.
Right, but look, because they want to pump into people's minds. They are the ones that. The reason why I have all this race stuff is because they won't let it go. They want to make it seem like it was like that when all they had to do is tell the truth. You didn't have to put that in there. You know what I mean? That he tore down the sign, and he knocked down the sign that said colored only and all that. That never happened.
It did make for a better movie, though.
Yeah, that's my point.
That kind of stuff, that's why they put it in,
because it makes for right. But you're right.
But I'm saying, but Jay, that's what makes for a better movie for people's lives to try and say, now look, we have racism. Now understand, don't get me wrong here. I'm not saying it's not racism today. But look, we don't have to put hot sauce on it, guy. Do we?
Yeah, I hear you.
Time is up, man. I got to get out of here. Enjoy you guys. We'll see what happens on this weekend. It's supposed to be blistering hot. But anyway, though, hope that you have a great weekend. Thank you guys, Jill, Jay, for being with us today. Thank you others for tuning in.
Thank you.